Qantas can cry me a river.
Yeah. This is an excellent public relations case study on what not to do when you're trying to revive a battered corporate reputation. As we all know, Qantas is a flying shit show at the moment and has been ever since pandemic travel restrictions were lifted.
A horror year continues for Qantas.
Hundreds of Qantas engineers are planning to go on strike as early as next week.
Christmas travel plans could be thrown into chaos.
The airline's chief executive, Alan Joyce, first blamed passengers.
I think our customers are not match fit.
And now he's blaming the media. His corporate affairs executive, Andrew McGuinness, has written to Australian news bosses, urging them to stop publishing and airing alarmist reports about the number of turnbacks his airline was experiencing.
Yeah, a turnback being
What corporate affairs wankers call an unscheduled landing because it sounds better than mid-air emergency.
Airline travel is very dangerous.
Andrew said the past fortnight's reporting of said mid-air emergencies was making passengers nervous,
Flying is very dangerous. 1987, there were 30 airline accidents, 211 were fatalities.
and that the media's hair-trigger response was putting the travelling public on edge. You know what else puts the travelling public on edge, Andrew? A mayday call because your plane loses a engine somewhere between Auckland and Sydney. Qantas is particularly sensitive about this issue because right now safety is about the only thing it can brag about.
Qantas never crashed.
The combination of ridiculously high ticket prices, questionable customer service standards and a crap menu
Here to announce the...
has made Aussie jet setters feel less this and more this. Qantas sought to soothe anxious travellers with the reassuring news that there are well over 10,000 turnbacks a year globally.
This is due to periodic air pockets we encounter. There's no reason to become alarmed, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your flight.
That's encouraging.
poor Red Roo has a reputational problem.
They need a new song. Eventually, assuming you aren't stuck in Baku, or stuck on a runway in a flood, or stuck in Paris.
Not just passengers pissed off with Qantas.
Travel agents as well. They've written to Australia's competition watchdog warning about the repercussions of Qantas extending its partnership with Emirates.
Partnerships being...
Well, what corporate affairs wankers call institutionalised collusion between companies who should actually be competing against each other. Alan Joyce has talked up the partnership as a way Qantas's international passengers can travel more seamlessly by using the modern airport hubs of the United Arab Emirates, a country that affords gay passengers the extra privilege of a seamless stint in prison should they consider practising homosexuality with any degree of enthusiasm.
Well, at least taking to the sky is good for something.
Detectives have released vision of what they say is a police drone tracking an environmentally responsible wannabe Jesse Pinkman.
Hell yeah, bitch.
Just when we thought e-scooters couldn't get more annoying and hazardous, we now have them delivering meth.
Allegedly.
The guy on said scooter is accused of ferrying 1.2 kilograms of speed through the southern Geraldton suburb of Darch. He's filmed getting picked up by a Holden, Colorado, being driven by a man we'll call Walter White.
Say my name.
That happened just before the cops pulled them both over and asked to see what was in the bag. Presumably the answer was a lot of drugs.
Allegedly.
Because Scooter Boy's appearing in Perth Magistrates Court on February 1.
Win for the cops.
Looks like they've had another one as well. A woman detectives reckon is the main WA contact for an international meth syndicate has indicated she's going to plead guilty to a string of serious drug charges. Amy Sarah Davis does not look like your stereotypical high-level dealer, but her plans to ship 3 kilos of meth and launder $3 million of cartel money suggest she is.
I have a kilo on me right now.
You're joking.
Amy's accused of working for a syndicate run by a man who goes by the Tarantino-inspired name of...
Mr. Blonde.
Mr. Blonde is a Reservoir Dogs character played by actor Michael Madsen, a name that is tantalisingly close to Amy's drug network codename of Madison. Amy was busted last year after trying to buy 5 kilos of meth from a bloke who turned out to be an undercover police officer. And since then, the glamorous 34-year-old's been accessorising a bit differently. Amy's next up in court in March and in the meantime has asked that her bail conditions be altered. She wants to use the internet to do her banking, presumably to pay her lawyer Michael Chidori vast sums of money, contact government agencies, presumably the Department of Corrective Services, and watch Netflix. I'm Ben Harvey. For more Up Late, click the subscribe button below.